The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Is Henry Ruggs not enough? Corner Damon Arnette, another first-round pick from the 2020 draft class, is acting crazy. Running back Lyndon Bowden, the team's first third-round pick, and linebacker Tanner Muse, the team's third-round pick, were cut without a single regular season snap. Fourth-round corner Amik Robertson doesn't look like he'll stay on the team past this year himself. So if Arnette gets cut or suspended after threatening someone's life with a gun in his hand on camera, the Raiders class of 2020 will look even worse. Only third-round receiver Brian Edwards and fourth-round guard John Simpson, both starters, would remain. But the good news is the Raiders don't need Arnette. Casey Hayward, whom defensive coordinator Gus Bradley brought with him from the LA Chargers, is the best corner in the game right now at age 32. There's also 2021 slot corner Nate the Natural Hobbs, the best slot corner in the game that can also play outside. Trayvon Mullin should be back soon too, and when Robertson couldn't get it done in his stead, Brandon Faison did. So the Raiders are fine at corner without Arnette. Let's start with Hayward in the bad. Sometimes he gives up catches because his coverage is too lax. It sometimes seems like he's willingly giving up catches in front of him. I understand the keep it in front of you concept, but I don't think you should make it that easy to catch the ball in front of you. Even when he's playing zone, I want to see him get a better break on the ball. Am I nitpicking? Yes, and not all of it is his fault. A lot of it is the bend but don't break coverages Bradley employs. But I still want to see him in tighter coverage, challenging more throws. Because when he does decide to tighten his coverage, receivers usually get frustrated, and they do things like push off, like right here. Here in zone, he's going to get a good break on the ball and force the incompletion. Here, he's an off man and he's going to close on it before the ball gets there. Here he is an off man again and he shows he can close when he wants to. Now he's in bump and run and he's going to disrupt this route altogether. Here he's an off man again and he's going to tighten up on this one. Oh, and don't try him deep because it's not going to work. Here he's going to bail to cover 3 and almost get this one. Here, the Steelers are going to send Chase Claypool at him deep, and nope. On this one, you can see Big Ben Roethlisberger wants to try him deep, but he's not open, so he ends up taking the sack. Now it's Teddy Bridgewater's turn to try and fail to get him deep. Hayward is only giving up one catch of 20 yards or more, and that was a 21-yarder. Now we're on to Trayvon Mullin, who's on IR right now, but at some point he will be back this season. Again, starting with the bad, and that's laying too far off of receivers. Here he stumbles, but it's really not very often that he gets a good break on the ball. His route recognition and off man isn't that good either, so he often allows things to be completed in front of him. On this one, he's not going to close quick enough, and that's easy work for the receiver. Now, Mullin doesn't give up deep balls often, especially not in bump and run coverage, but he does here. When Mullin is in tight man coverage, it's usually really tight, and he doesn't allow much, but sometimes you have to tip your cap to the other guy. But let me remind you, Mullin is one of the best press man corners in the league. If his man goes to the bathroom, he's going to be standing just outside the door. Mullin is also good in that cover 3 zone coverage, as he did that at Clemson at times. And like I said, you're not going to get him deep very often. Here, he has the deep ball covered, but he's going to get a little help from his pass rush. The Steelers got him once that day, so they need to go ahead and be satisfied with that. But nope, they kept going at him deep, and it didn't work out for them. They tried Mullin deep one time too many, and you know what happens then, right? Interception. Now the Miami Dolphins come to town, and they want that work deep. They ain't gonna get it though. They ain't gonna get it this time in the scramble drill either. Here he's covering his receiver down the field for about a half hour, but he still ain't letting him get it. Then Mullin would get hurt, and after Amik Robertson didn't work out, they got Brandon Faison. And his bad is the same as everyone else's, so you know it's the scheme. When you lay off your guy too much and you don't get a good break on the ball, you allow catches. I'm more into the traditional Raider bump and run coverage, making the receiver fight for everything. But Bradley coaches a good defense, so I'm not going to complain. Here's another one where Faison is just keeping it in front of him. Here he is in zone again. And when the Raiders are in zone coverage, I just want to see the corners plant their foot and go get it. Here's a third down where he allows an easy catch. Here he's in bump and run, and he shows that when he wants to stay up on his man tight, he can. And when he's in zone, he can put his foot in the ground and break on the ball too. Here he's going to close on it again. Here he appears to be bailing, but nope, he gets right back up on his man. Here in bump and run coverage, he's going to make his man late for his appointment with the deep ball. Here he bails the zone, and he's still able to put his foot in the ground and get there to break it up. Now we're on to Nathan Natural Hobbs, outside and in the slot. And his bad is the same, so it has to be the scheme. Now he's in the slot against the Dolphins and his coverage is 2 lags. The flag on Abram's going to be picked up because the ball was tipped, but Hobbs gave his man a little bit too much room for my taste. Here he's going to try to go over the top of a receiver that's running a vertical route, and all he had to do was go underneath it. Here he clearly sees where Teddy Bridgewater's going with the football and he doesn't break on it on time. When Raider corners start putting their foot in the ground and breaking on the ball, you'll see more interceptions from them. But breaking on the ball doesn't always have to get you an interception. It could lead to a punishing hit to set the tempo, like right here. Oh! And if you run a screen his way, forgot about it. Oh! Hobbs is a good tackler too, which is very important for a slot corner. And in the screen game, he can get off blocks to get to the ball carrier. Here's a nice open field tackle here. And again, this time with a little help. Here on the outside in zone against the Rams in the preseason, watch him break on the ball. Now he's an off man and watch him close on this drag route. Oh man, they're gonna try him deep and you know what's gonna happen, right? Interception. Now back to the slot against the Bears in the regular season, and this man's going to try a triple move on him. And it is thwarted. Now I believe this play should have been called an interception. Both men are going to go to the ground, and Hobbs is the one that finishes the process of making the catch. Hayward is a shutdown corner. As a matter of fact, Pro Football Focus has him as the best corner in the game. And Mullin looked well on his way to shutdown corner status before his injury. And hopefully the Raiders can find themselves another slot corner in the future, because Hobbs is going to be a shutdown corner outside when Hayward is gone. And Faison is doing a good job in Mullin's stead. So the Raiders are good at corner for now and into the future. So they really don't need Arnette. Thank you for watching. See you next time.